Good day, everyone. Now we are going to discuss about experientialism theory. Learning by doing, this is the basis for the experiential learning theory. So it means that refers also to the hands-on learning. Experiential learning focuses on the idea that the best ways to learn things is by actually having experiences. Those experiences then stick out in your mind and help you retain information and remember facts. Yes, totoo naman talaga na natututo tayo sa kung ano yung experiences na nai-encounter natin sa buhay. So, we could already know what are those things na nakakabuti sa atin at kung ano naman yung mga bagay na nakakasama sa atin. So, if we encounter the same situations in the future, at least natututo tayo kung ano yung dapat nating gawin at kung ano yung desisyon na dapat nating tahakin. David Kolb is best known for his work on the experiential learning theory or ELT. Kolb published this model in 1984, getting his influence from other great theorists including John Dewey, Kurt Lewin, and Jean Piaget. So yung theorist na nag-publish or founder ng experiential learning theory is si David Kolb. The experiential learning theory works in 4 stages, which are concrete learning, reflective observation, abstract conceptualization, and active experimentation. So, isa-isahin natin yan mamaya. Kolb argues that effective learning is seen as the learner goes through the cycle and that they can enter into the cycle at any time. So, according to David Kolb, pag nasunod-sunod yung cycle or yung stages ng experientialism theory, sinasabi niya na mas effective yung learning o natutunan ng isang tao based sa kanilang experiences. There are 4 stages in experiential learning theory. First is concrete learning, as when a learner gets a new experience or interprets a past experience in a new way. So, dito is either merong maturity existence or just a shifting of perception ng learner from his or her past experiences. Na kung saan, iba na yung interpretation niya sa bagong experiences na mai-encounter niya sa buhay. Next is reflective observation, where the learner reflects on their experience personally. They use the lens of their experience and understanding to reflect on what this experience means. So, dito naman, it occurs personally. You must to reflect if yung dating naging experience mo ba is nakakabuti sa'yo or nakakasama or nagtulak sa'yo sa kapahamakan. Third is abstract conceptualization. It happens as the learner forms new ideas or adjusts their thinking based on the experience and the reflection about it. So dito, natuto na yung learner sa past experiences niya. Alam niya na yung tama at saka alam niya na yung mali at sa susunod na magde-decide siya is alam niya na kung ano ang kanyang gagawin. And the last stage is active experimentation, is where the learner applies the new ideas to the world around them to see if there are any modifications to be made. This process can happen over a short period of time or over a long span of time. Dito naman is he or she applied the best decision sa buhay niya na kung saan sa tingin niya ayon yung tama. Kolb's experiential learning cycle model. The experiential learning cycle rests on the idea that each person has a specific type of learning tendencies and they are thus dominant in certain stages of experiential learning.
Okay, so now there are 4 learner style. The first is diverging. Diverging learner style is full of learners who look at things with a unique perspective. They want to watch instead of do, and they also have a strong capacity to imagine. So So, in short, they are type of learners who reflective observation. Through observation, nagkakaroon sila ng certain things na kanilang inoobserbahan. And by that, they simply understand what it means. So, really focus on certain learning and reflective observation. Wanting to observe and see the situation before diving. So, they are also the type of learners na hinihimay-himay muna gustong matutunan ang mga bagay sa kanilang isipan. I will say na they are concrete learners. Okay, so the second is assimilating. There's learner style involve learning, getting clear information. These learners prefer concept and abstract to people and explore using analytic models. So these learners focus on abstract conceptualization and reflective observation and the experimental learning style. Okay, so they are also the type of learners who tend to focus on two things na nag-improve na siya na learners. So, kung sa diverging is isa lang, dito naman sa assimilating ay dalawa na. Wherein this type of learners learn through abstract conceptualization and reflective observation and abstract. So, conceptualization at this stage, after the learner's observation, the learners there will start to create theories, and right after that they will explain what was there. Okay, so in short, after the reflective observation, gagawan ng theories base doon sa inobserbahan, but it was just an theories lamang. Okay, so the third is converging. Converging learners solve problem, they are apply what they learning to practical issues and prefer technical tasks. They are also known to experiment with new ideas, and their learners focuses on abstract conceptualization and active experimentation. So, in short, at this stage, they are the type of learners na ina-apply na yung mga natutunan niya. So, sabi pa dito na their focus and abstract conceptualization and active experimentation kasi after making theories, sa inobserbahan ay meron na itong application na come up doon sa limitation level. Okay, finally, at this stage, there are the type of learners who can solve problem by the help of their intuition. When we say intuition, ay ability to learn immediately without the needed to recourse, conscious reasoning, or the needed to explain. So, they are the type of learners who enjoy new challenge because they are confident that they can do it. Kung baga sila yung mga advanced learners.
So, good morning everyone. I am Rocky S. Andrasio and I am the third reporter in the topic experiential learning. So, these are some examples that may include in this experiential learning. So, there are many ways that experiential learning is used to every day. Some example includes, so the first example is going to zoo to learn about animals through observation instead of reading about them. The second example is growing a garden to learn about photosynthesis instead of watching a movie about it. The third is hopping on a bicycle to try and learn to ride instead of listening to your parents explain the concept. So it is very understandable that in the learning sang yung mga students is more on experiential. So yung learning ng students is kailangan hindi na nakabase yung sa mga about sa reading, sa mga writing. It's talk about the experience ng mga students through hands-on activity. Just like for example is dalhin mo sila sa area na kung saan is sila mismo yung gumawa or sila mismo yung tumuklas ng kanilang mga kaalaman doon sa ginagawa nilang kung ano ba yung dapat nilang gawin na maka-learn sila through those examples. So now let us proceed to the benefits of experiential learning. So there are many benefits of experiential learning for teachers and students, including, so the first benefits of experiential learning is opportunity to immediate apply knowledge. So when we talk about immediate is agad-agad na makukuha ng bata yung kanyang knowledge about yung sa experience. So experiential learning can allow students to immediate apply things they are learned to real world experiences. So sinasabi dito na yung knowledge na nakukuha ng bata through their experiences is ma-apply na rin rin ito sa real world experiences. So this helps them retain the information better. So the second benefits of the experiential learning is promotion of teamwork. Experiential learning often involve working in team. So learning in these settings allows students to practice teamwork. So in experiential learning is yung bata is hindi lang siya maka-learn na mag-isa kundi maka-learn din siya through working a team. So just like example is yung social learning na hindi lang sinasabi na maka-learn ka na ikaw lang yung mag-isa kundi maka-learn ka rin through this sinasabi nating teamwork. So the third benefits of the experiential learning is improved motivation. Students are more motivated and excited about learning in experiential settings. Experiments are exciting and fun for students and they will be passionate about learning. So dito is parang sinasabi natin yung mga bata is hindi sila maboboring kasi nga yung kanilang sinasabi natin yung kanilang learning is through their experiences talaga. Hindi lang sinasabi yung puro lang tayo learning kundi gawin natin exciting yung ating sinasabi yung learning na ating ginagawa. Just like for example is dali natin sila sa area na kung saan makikita talaga nila kung ano ba ang nilalaman nung mga bagay na sinasabi natin. So 'di ba yung sinasabi natin sa sa reading is more on lang sila imagination. So how about dali natin sa area kung saan makikita talaga nila yung settings. So the fourth benefits of the experiential learning is opportunity for reflection. Students using the experiential model are able to spend time reflecting about what they are experiencing and learning. So dito na benefits is hindi lang sinasabi na kailangan dali natin yung mga bata through experiences, is kailangan din natin na malalaman yung kanilang reflection or kanilang mga experiences sa doon na bagay. So this is valuable as they are able to better retain information when they can think about what happening to them. So dito is parang sinasabi natin na kinukunin din natin ng information yung bata kung ano ba yung natutunan niya sa ginawa nating sinasabi nating ginawa nating yung sa pinagpagawa natin sa mga bata. So the fifth benefits of the experiential learning is real world practice. Students can greatly benefits from learning that help them prepare the real world. Experiential learning is focuses on using real situation to help students learn. So they are then better prepared for their future. So pinakamalaga itong experiential learning is makatutulong ito sa mga bata na ma-prepare sila into the real world. So ngayon sa ating generation is more on hands-on activity. So dito sa experiential learning is parang ginamold na natin yung mga bata para i-prepare sila kung ano man yung hinaharap nila into the future. So that's all and thank you.